Who's ready for a revolution? Who is ready for a revolution? Because do you know what, guys? I'll be very honest. I'll be very real with you. I have been literally, all I've thought about the last 3 or 4 years is revolution. All I have thought is just violently crying out like the truth and fighting for justice. I've been like that my entire life. And every single time of my life, I have, everywhere I've ever been, in school, in work, all the same. I always have been a woman of justice. You know what I'm saying? I'm a woman for the people. I care about the people. They irritate me on the whole. I'm introverted and I feel drained in public, you know what I'm saying? Very quickly. But I'm a woman of justice. And as a 27-year-old woman right now, can I be very real with you guys? Are you ready for a revolution? I'm sitting here and I'm like, I'm at like the peak of my life. I am like at a time where I should take advantage of the opportunities that are in front of me, right? And there are so many of them. I was thinking about, it's really funny actually now that I think about it. When it comes to men, right? And I've spoken to men, great men, successful men from every continent, every nation, every type of man, every type of like, whatever you're thinking, age, younger than me, older than my parents, all over the world. And you know what actually disappoints me about men, like these men, and why they actually can't buy me, like no matter how much they offer me, even if they're a millionaire, billionaire, trillionaire, gajillionaire, even if they're in the entertainment industry, they work with whatever the label, whatever's, you know, because I don't care about none of that crap. And you know, I realize is what I do care and I wish for. Like, be a revolutionary. Like, what is it that you're passionate about? Like, and you're fighting for in this life. Like, well done. Like, you're a millionaire. Oh my goodness, I'm so happy for you. You're a rapper. You're a singer. You do real estate. You own all these shops. You do this. You're in tech. You're in whatever they're doing. And they're doing lots of things. I'm not gonna lie. It's really interesting to see the capabilities of the Lord, because I'm like, wow, God, there's so many people like really competent in what they do and they've like found their bag. And like, I could never do it, but wow, shout outs to you because you're really good at what you do. And that's what I love about people as well. I'm a woman with the people, right? That's the builders, if you can hear them. Oh my gosh, I love watching the builders. Oh my goodness. It's like, this is why it's such a good day today, because yesterday I was doing my little meal prep, getting my life together, whatever. And then I see the guys coming out, putting up the scaffolding at my neighbors. And I was just like, God delivered. Like, who needs a magic mic when I can watch the builders next door? Because can I just say, the tradesmen have taken the cake for me. I'll say that. But anyway, let's move on. Let's move on to the important things about the revolution. You guys, I'm just being for real, because you know why I'm being so for real? And you know why I actually talk about my love of men in general? It's a revolution thing as well. Like, I'm not going to be I've had every single worst thing that could have happened to me on behalf of a man. I've been abused, exploited, and violated by the men that should have protected me. And I speak strongly on my channel about how much I love men. Do you know why? Because I will not allow what happened in my life and the work of the kingdom of darkness to define who I become. And that's why I'm the ultimate winner. And that's why I'm like, are we ready for the revolution, you guys? Are we ready? Because I'm ready to take them on. I promise you guys, I promise you with all my heart, I do not want for any part of me, listen to them drilling, love them. I don't want in any way to be a leader. I think leading is such a responsibility. If I put myself in a position of leadership, every position I have ever put myself in, I will have to explain myself to the Lord on Judgment Day. So no, the idea of having 100,000 subscribers or having a title or being the president or being a pastor, right, doesn't entice me in any way, because I will have to defend myself in that role, and that is a very serious role, right? As a leader, I'm not into leadership, but you know one thing, guys, there's one area where I'm a bit of a crackhead, and I'm willing to lead. Revolution. I'm just like, this video is an actual call out, like who's actually ready and who's getting ready. Like, who's getting ready? Because I'm telling you, the moment that God offers me an opportunity to start a revolution, I'm going for it, guys. That's the time I'm going to do it. And I will run with everything I have, and I will not be looking to see who couldn't keep up, who's not keeping up, who doesn't get it. I don't care. I cannot die and be just like the rest of this world. I can't do it. It's impossible within me to sit here and be complaining about tax that we set up for ourselves. We're the ones who allow this. We were complaining about we don't have food, we don't have money for food, when food is free from the Lord, for land free from the Lord, and we are paying somebody else, some other human. I will not die as a slave to the curse of Adam. That is the curse of Adam. We always talk about the curse of Eve. We talk about like, oh, when Eve died, and when Eve, what she did, and women in pregnancy, because we've normalized the curse of Adam. Everybody goes to work. The idea is, I was thinking about how stupid, right? I was thinking about this like literally yesterday. I was thinking about how stupid it is that we have this thing of like, go to school so you can get a good job. Like, when I was at school, there's something I was always like, who the hell are these people actually, right? When I was at school, the reason I early realized it was a scam is because it kept telling me to impress an examiner. I was like, who the hell is the examiner? Like, when I was 12, 13, guys, I can't remember which age I was, but I remember exactly where I stood. I was at school. I remember myself in my little school uniform. I was 12 or 13. And the thought that went through my head was, do I just live to work to die? Do I just live to work to die? Curse of Adam. Hear me out. Because I was like, everybody's telling me about these good jobs and doing this and doing that. All things that sound horrible, that don't sound like good deals. They don't sound like how I want to be spending my time. But this is what I'm just doing. Because we've just accepted this is what's done. Sweat of the brow. You shall provide for your family, by the sweat of the brow. That is the Hebraic translation for what God was saying to Adam, is a curse because of his actions. A curse. And by the sweat of his brow, to translate it into today's terms from the Hebraic, is paycheck to paycheck. Paycheck to paycheck. It's the curse of Adam. It's the curse of Adam. It's the curse of Adam. And it's like me knowing right now that I'm working a job as a teacher, you know? I'm a mathematician. I'm a woman who's not intimidated by big amounts of money, and I've been around big money. Like, I've been around rich people. Like, I've been around rich people, rich men and women of all ages, all races, all continents. I'm saying, it's crazy, my life. If you guys knew, I would tell you. If I could tell you, I would, right? About a lot more things than I do. I've seen it. I've seen it all. I've seen it, and I've seen that the majority of us are living in the curse of Adam, and we allow it the way we're allowing all these, like, I was thinking about this, yeah. This video is bringing together all my thoughts of like the last maybe like four or 5 days. Erewhon. Have you guys heard about Erewhon? Like, this store in America, like, and there's like a Hailey Bieber shake, which is basically just like a strawberry milkshake with a bit of extra little frills and trills. I think she's doing some sea moss, which shout out to the sea moss though. That was actually a bold move. You see me, guys, I'm an African woman, innit? I'm a black woman, and I be knowing about the right oils and the right herbs for the right things. This is why I don't go to the hospital. When I get sick, I make soup and I put all the herbs and things. And you guys, I have a shot that I make, like this little shot juice. I have my own shot juice. It's not like the ones that they give you. It's the best one. Yeah, I make it when I'm feeling unwell, and for the people that I love. should ask my brothers, because they always ask me when they get sick, like, can you make me one of your health shots? I'm like, absolutely. I'm a woman of the Lord. You see what I'm saying? But in this environment, in this society, like where we're at, one sec. Yeah, so I was saying about Erewhon, right? Because obviously sea moss I know is actually really good for you, like especially if you want to lose weight. Sea moss is actually so good for you. And it's funny that the day that I met an angel in person who told me that I was going to be doing this right now as I'm speaking. This is what I'm saying. My life is insane. My life is like a movie. My life is literally a movie. I was packing sea moss. So I was talking to the shop owner about like what the benefits are of sea moss. This is before it all kicked down, and that new age dude with the like turtleneck and felt like he was some kind of intelligente came along. And I was like looking at him like, you're not about to break the spirit of the people in this room right now. I'm a 22-year-old girl who's just come to help out this lovely old man who a lot of people take advantage of, which is why I was going to help him. And I'm saying I went to his shop to help him because it's like, oh, he's so generous. He's so lovely. And I really feel like a lot of people take advantage of him. And so I told myself that whatever happens, I need to go and just volunteer in his shop to help, like for free, and just be there, like, just tell me what you need doing and I'm going to do it. And that's what I did. So that's how I ended up meeting this angel guy. Because one night it was like a Thursday. It was actually a Thursday, I remember. And I must have like been finished work early, which for me, finishing work early, by the way, is like finishing at like 6 p.m. Because I'm used to working till late, especially in the entertainment industry and stuff. And just being a teacher and like my life, I'm used to working like 12 hours is a work shift to me. Anything less than 12 hours is half a day for me, right? So I'm there like helping him pack the sea moss, and I'm coming back to Erewhon, don't you worry. I'm packing the sea moss. I'm saying the story again in case anybody didn't hear the story before. That's why I'm getting into it now. Here's what happens. I'm there, I'm 22. It's Thursday evening. I think I went at like 6, and his shop used to be open till like 3 in the morning. It's like a lovely community space. He sold like lots of herbal things, teas and stuff like that. It was really, really nice place. And it's free to just go hang out. So like you can just go hang out there at any time for free. They've got an inside, they've got an outside garden bit. It's lovely. And they host events. So sometimes they've got like live music. There was one time where they threw this huge seafood boil thing that he all organized himself. It's a lovely community space. And this is one thing that London has that like with the town I'm in doesn't really have in the same way. Is there's areas of London where there's like truly communities. Like there was one really beautiful day. I'm going to go back to Erewhon. There was one really beautiful day that I had in London, right? And it was one of the last couple of years. And so I've gone into North London, because like I love North London. I love North and South London, both of the two of them. I love both. And I could live in either, actually, really, realistically. But I went to North London because I was having a hard time. And so I was like, I'm going to just go spend the day in London. And like, because I know London, like I just go there, like, and I don't have a plan. I just go and I just kind of go with the flow of the moment. Of my enjoyment. And so I go to Tottenham and I find a really nice park to sit down. So I've bought myself probably Cherry Boost, because the Cherry Boost goes crazy. Buy yourself a Cherry Boost, ladies and gentlemen. It's 75p. It would have been 39p, but anyway. And I'm sitting in this park in London in the summer, because summer is obviously when I'm always the most depressed because I hate the heat. I'm a cold weather galley. Like winter vibes. Like I'm gonna be depressed for the rest of until next winter. It's fine. It's just my life. It happens every year. So I'm here in this park. We're gonna go back to Erewhon in just a second, and we're gonna go back to Revolution. Just hear me out, everybody, and follow my thought track. My thought tracks are so unhinged. And it's because the world is very hinged, and it's not hinged into logic. It's hinged into illogicalness. So I sound unhinged because you're the actual unhinged one, but you're believing you're hinged. Yeah, that's the truth. I've accepted it, and I don't care, because like I said, I'm not holding back. I'm ready for a revolution, right? So I'm at this park. Community. That's what I'm talking about, guys. Community. Trying to make sure you understand where I'm coming from. Community. I'm in this park. And at this park, there are only men and children, which sounds really weird at first, potentially. But it's all of these fathers and all of their children. And like, it's in a park, so there's a basketball court, there's a table tennis court, there's like one of the guys had brought like a speaker and he was playing music, and it was like all of these men in this beautiful community. You could see that they all probably live like 2 minutes walk away. They're all looking after all of their children. They are all their own children, like, and they're all like looking after the kids collectively, and also just having a great time as men. Like a great time as men, like as friends. Like, you know, you could tell they like, it's not like they were related, but it's like they formed a community of like fathers and fatherhood, and it was just beautiful. It was so nice to sit in that park that day and just enjoy the aura of what was being done, because it was so rare in this world, this idea of community. It was so beautiful, like watching the little kids, and obviously the kids, they come and they try and talk to me, because kids love me and they always gravitate towards me. So, you know, they're always coming in, starting talking these conversations, telling me about how their scooter is the best scooter that you ever did see in your life and whatever. And I'm like, whoa, that's just amazing. And I love engaging with kids because it's so sweet. That's what I love about children. Like, this is why I love children, you guys. They're so sweet. Like, they are so sweet and they're so trusting and like just open, you know? And that's why it's a responsibility. Back to the revolutionary. It's a responsibility for us to take charge of this world and what we're doing. The children have taught me that I, as a person, as an adult, have the power to change not only today, but tomorrow. Everything that I do changes today and tomorrow. Every single way that I interact with the kids or I don't. You know what I'm saying? Even if my kids see me, like most of the time, in the perfect sense, in the perfect version of myself, the one day that I wasn't will stick with them still anyway, and they'll still remember it. Like, I'm still a human, you know what I'm saying? But I mean, when I say that, like, anyway, whatever, I'm not going to over-explain myself or whatever. I'm saying about, you know, being perfect as a person. No one's ever 100% perfect. I have a lot of things that I've done wrong, basically, is what I'm saying as well. But like, we as adults, we affect everything. So when I'm talking about things like Erewhon and all this stuff, the reason I'm bringing up Erewhon is because Erewhon, this shop that all of, like, so many of these like TikTokers, I don't even have TikTok still. Like, I just can't do TikTok, like, you guys. I can't even do the app. I just can't do it. Like, I just can't say TikTok, okay? But you know, these TikTokers and these YouTubers, influencers, these people going to buy stuff at Erewhon, and it's kind of funny. I love looking at the juxtaposition of situations in society. You have influencers who only can afford to go there because they have a following, and the following is paying for them to go there, whilst also arguing and getting annoyed about people spending money there and about its existence, but you're the same one giving the attention to the person, which is why they can afford to go there. I love society. It's so stupid. That's the other thing. Like, I think we just need to wake the freak up, and maybe like a bit of revolution or something might do a bit of justice to, you know, get the engine going, like be the catalyst for modern society to like wake the freak up as well. Yeah, you know. So there's like that side of it, right? And then there's also the like celebrities, like we got the Hailey Bieber shake. So it's just like the perfect way to monetize society is what I'm saying. Erewhon, it's like the perfect monetization of society. And you know what's funny? Somebody pointed this out, and I don't know how I didn't realize this. And tell me if you guys all realize this. If you didn't, you have to comment now. You're now held to the commenting if you didn't realize this before. Erewhon is nowhere backwards. Erewhon is nowhere backwards. Think about that for a second. It's nowhere backwards. Nowhere. This Erewhon that people are paying, using their time. When I say paying, for me, time to me is equivalent to money. So like, if you give your time to something, to me, that's you giving your money, because you should be thinking about it like that, especially because if you were giving money, that would be a lesser thing to be giving, because time is actually even more important than money. But people aren't ready for that conversation because we're a slave to money, we're a slave to mammon on this planet. Again, are we ready to wake up, everybody? Are we ready? Because I'm ready to take on the kingdom of darkness. Honestly, I'm sick and tired. Like, I'm not, like, the reason why I can't speak in my videos sometimes is because I'm just like, I can't just sit here and act like I'm going to be some kind of victim in this situation. I'm not going to take on what the adult population does. It's like, oh, we just go to work and we just do this, and then we just allow people to, like, people look at the P. Diddy thing now. Everyone's trying to be understanding towards Cassie. Cassie has been shouting out for a long... We have been saying about P. Diddy for years. And you know what? It's not even about who's been saying it. It's not, don't realize, the problem with society, it's not us conspiracy theorists. You know who the problem in society is? It's you, willful ignorance. Those of you who saw something happen and turned a blind eye. Do you know one of my favorite experiments that I do with the Homo sapien when I'm out and about, right? Yes, I do look at humans just as another species, because we act like we're just another animal and not like we're like people with a soul, with a heart, and with passion, right? We act like we're just another animal. I'm saying so much truth that I don't think people can handle this, right? Right, we're here in the world as the Homo sapien, and I'll see situations where somebody's in need, like somebody's in a place of need. So it could be like, I'm in the tube station and there's a mom who's panicking, stressed, like needs to do all this stuff with her kids, and one of us adults could do like the smallest thing. It could be helping her take her pram up the stairs. It could be the smallest thing, you know. Things like that. And I'll take a second before I react to how I normally would, because obviously I'm a doer. I'm not a bench warmer. I'm not sitting on my high horse of self-righteousness, and I'm saying what I need to say with my face, with my own voice, for everybody to see, with my name. So I'm not a coward. Let's just put it like that. Yeah. I watch to see what people react, how people react. No one does anything. It's like, that's why I'm getting so annoyed with this stupid Israel-Palestine thing. You know why I'm getting annoyed about it? Because first things first, if you guys want to know my opinion on the situation, which side I'm sitting on, I'll tell you very clearly, I'm sitting on the side of, I'm against death of any human. So that's the side I'm sitting on. But what I want to say about this whole group is, also, I would not say that I'm at a stage that I feel I'm educated enough on the topic to actually comment. And which is what a lot of adults today can't say. A lot of adults today are just jumping on the bandwagon, which I'm going to explain why in a second, what I'm talking about. But I also don't comment on things where I feel like I really don't know enough to at least offer a comment, not to mean that I'm saying the gospel. So, but yeah, my thing is, I just don't like death. And I just think anytime there's war and there's all this stuff going on, the Kingdom of Darkness is having a whale of a time. Because people are dying, and that's all that Satan cares about. He doesn't care if it's Israel, Palestine. He doesn't care if it's black or white. He doesn't care if it's man or woman. He wants to see death and destruction, and that's all he wants to see. So for me, it's just like, why am I going to get caught up in what the world is talking about this, when it's just Satan, right? I've been asking recently on social media. I've been getting into social media, like actually commenting on stuff, right? Because I don't really comment. The reason I don't really comment is because I'm a black woman, and we are the worst in the comment section. I can't lie. We're the ones who irritate me the most. We're the loudest. We have so much to say all the time. And jumping down people's throats. Like, black women be doing like full days of work. You guys know how I look at a day of work. Full days of work, like, just to comment on the people's stuff and be studying their lives and finding ways to bring people down. And I'm like, if we could transfer that energy into a productive activity, we'd actually be going really far, you know. But recently I've decided to start commenting because I realized I shouldn't hold myself to that, because I'm not like that. So I've started commenting. And I've started calling out these Palestine, whoever Stein, whatever. I've just started calling people out in general. Like, if you were asked, as somebody in support of Palestine, if somebody gave you the flight today and said, oh, wow, we're so glad you're so supportive. We're going to put you on a flight today to go and fight on the ground. Are you going? Because you see me, all the things I'm talking about here, I will go to, that's why I have a plan for prison. Like, imprison me, government. Who cares? You do you not know that it's going to get worse for you if you imprison me? because I'm going to meet all the women in prison and I'm going to be praying for them. I'm going to be doing the work of the Lord in prison. Send me to prison. I'm going to be praying for them. I'm going to be casting out demons. I'm going to be talking to them. I'm going to be doing therapy. I'm going to be like, what's wrong? What happened to all the women? One by one, I will do it. I will do it. I will free them. I will free the slaves in prison while we're still imprisoned. See what I'm saying? So like when I'm looking at this world, I'm just looking at how people react to stuff. I'm kind of just like, I think this whole Erewhon thing is hilarious as well, by the way, because like it's literally nowhere. It's literally just another display of the sheer, what's the word? Slavery of modern society. Anyways, so I always go off, but I don't really go off topic. It's just my thought track. Like I said, this is how my thought tracks. It sounds crazy when I'm saying stuff in videos, but it's the reason why I am the person I am, why I think the way that I do, because I don't think in straight lines. I think in tree branches is the best way I can explain it. Every thought is like a tree branch of like a set of new thoughts, of which, but I'm ready for a revolution. And I think, you know what, guys, can I be honest? Excuse me. The thing that upsets me the most about my existence is not my past. It's not what anybody's done to me. It's none of that. None of that is like distressing me in any way, shape, and form at all. I realize that. The thing that distresses me in life, and always has, and it's always been this, is the lack of people ready to fight the way I'm ready to fight. That's why I don't want to be married. Can I be honest? I'll say it. And I never thought I would say this in a video, but we're here now and we're saying it's a revolution. I'll say it. I don't believe there's a man on this earth who is willing to give me as much as I'm willing to give him. I will give him everything. I don't care what I've faced from other men. I'm not going to let the kingdom of darkness stop me from being the woman I could be, and from loving the way that I'm capable of loving, and from having the things that God is saying are good to have. The Bible literally says, and God said it was not good that man should be alone. Okay. But I'm in a world where people just accept the past, and even men today, it's all the same. Like, oh, they're just reacting and existing off of their past, and it's a turn off for me. Can I be honest? It's such a turn off, because I'm like, where is your revolutionary? Tell me what you want to do. Like, shut up, boss up, stand up. Like, I've been saying this to myself for years, and it's crazy that I think about it, that I actually have said it in so many times where I've just been scared to do something and just be like, shut up, boss up, stand up. And it's been like that for years now. Shut up, boss up, stand up. Who's ready to stand up right now? I'm sick of doing this alone. That's the point I'm trying to make. I'm sick of fighting by myself. That's what I'm sick of. I'm not sick of any other thing I've had to do by myself. I'm sick of fighting by myself, because I can only be such a force on my own. And like, I am doing my best. I've been doing my best. And then I've come to the conclusion that, oh, it's not that your best isn't enough. It's that like the things you're trying to do, that's supposed to be a community. This is why I mentioned community, about these fathers, where there's this whole park, this big, huge park, and no one's like overly watching any particular kid, but they're all watching all the kids, and the kids are 100% safe. Dang, I was feeling safe. I was a woman in my 20s. I'm so safe in this park right now. I was feeling the fatherhood and the protective nature. Like, it was hitting me. That's why I even felt comfortable to just sit in the park in the middle of North London, and in not really the best area of London, North London as well, because they were doing the damn thing. They were doing the damn thing. Like, and when are we going to start doing the damn thing? I've been laughing because when I said that in a video the other day, some of you will know that I laughed so hard about talking about how Jesus, like, he done the damn thing, right? It's still so funny to me. Sorry, you guys, I'm so thirsty. Also, love having I've got fruit in my in my drink. Did you guys see? I'm such a healthy baby these days. Actually, I fit into some of my trousers I didn't think I could fit. Actually, I tried on my cheer uniforms because like I was like, there's no way I fit into my cheer uniforms, you big walrus, right? Put them on. I could actually fit into my two favorite cheer uniforms still, and I was like, but I need to get in shape. Anyway, you guys see what I'm saying? What they did, those men in that, it was revolutionary. It's like Jesus for me. You know what I'm saying? It's a revolutionary. You're like creating, and that's what the world needs, is what basically what I'm trying to say. I'm just trying to, sorry guys, I know I go all over the place, but just, if you're there, you're there. Like, if you can handle it, you can handle it. This is why, like, even when, I'm not gonna say it, let me say it. When guys try to talk to you, I'm like, just don't even bother, like, because I might just be too intelligent for you to talk to you. And you might just, like, it might actually affect your mental health, and it shouldn't, because it shouldn't affect you. It doesn't really matter, but, like, I'm as intelligent as I seem in real life. In fact, I'm better off in real life, realistically. Because then it's actually dialogue and not just me talking at a camera and then getting taken side quested after all of my side thoughts because I think in tree branches. But you guys get the gist. Like, I'm just trying to figure out who is ready for war at this point. And I don't mean a physical war. I don't mean just to say so that I can't be clipped and whatever by YouTube and they're like, we think you're inciting. No. I'm not talking about like anything like that. I'm talking about taking back the power that we already have of our decisions and the things that we do. I'm talking about like actually going up against things. Because listen, you got to be ready to go to prison for what you believe in. You got to be ready to die for what you believe in. That's why Satan dangles death. That's why Satan dangles death as his ultimate way of trying to counteract God. That's why people sell their soul to the devil, because if you sell your soul to the devil, it's like, oh, I've sold my soul to the devil, so that's selling my soul. It's about eternity, it's about death. That's why when Adam and Eve, when God said, if you eat from the tree of the knowledge of good and evil, you shall surely die, it wasn't about dying in the second. It was about death being invited into the atmosphere and into the world, onto the planet for the first time ever, right? That's what it's about, right? And so, you know, when you fear dying, because now dying becomes a scary thing because it's an end, it's a total chaos, total distraction. It is a way to have fear and to dangle fear in front of your face. That's why the thought of me dying, I had to realize this last year while I was actually on the airplanes, that the fact that I'm afraid of dying is as if I don't believe Jesus defeated death itself. So I don't have faith enough to know that Jesus defeated death. And even if Satan were to will me to die, and even if the incompetency of the Homo sapien were to be the reason, Jesus defeated death. And I actually read an incredible story. Oh my gosh, you guys should see it. It's by this Nigerian girl. Her name's Esther Longe. Her and her husband are just a beautiful couple. He does dream interpretations, and he's just sick. He's sick at it, right? They're a Nigerian couple. They're lovely, right? Online. And she has a testimony about how she was on a flight. She crashed. The plane crashed. People died. People went to hospital. She didn't feel any of it. Her seat came straight down to the ground. Like, as in, like, she just went from, she blacked out. The plane was crashing. She blacked out. Next thing, she's in her seat. I think she was even still belted up. On the ground, nothing had happened to her. People had died. People had been injured. Because Jesus defeated death. And when you put your trust in Jesus for real, nothing on this planet should be a worry to us. And I'm sick of this. I'm sick of the adult population and everybody being so weak and having such little faith. And like, we should just rise up and violently believe in Jesus. That's the only violence. And when I say violently, I don't mean it in a negative sense of like any type of like extremism or nothing like that. I'm so smart. Well done. But I mean it in terms of like undying focus, like just locked in, like being locked in on the blood of Jesus and the power of Jesus. That's why I get what the Bible says. And you know what's funny as well? The Bible also says, seek ye first the kingdom of God, and all these things shall be added unto you. So, you know, I'm ready for the revolution. Like, if who's ready? Like, because I'm just trying, now I'm starting to wanting to start running numbers of who's actually going to be showing up if I start doing stuff. Because if I start doing stuffs, I need to know who's going to be backing me up and who's ready. Because that's all who I care about. I don't care if I sound crazy to you. I don't care what you think. Jesus defeated death, and you can't say nothing else to me. Nothing. That is why Jesus is my Lord and my Savior, the Messiah, Yeshua HaMashiach. And on that note, if life's a game, let's play to win. God loves you. I love you. Tell me in the comments who's ready.